Howdy all, I'm Adam the Renaissance Nerd. We live in a time, well, it's 2023. We call this era many different names. We call it Clown World. We call it the Darkest Timeline. And for many reasons, it's just so sad to live in an era where franchises that you may have grown up with, some of us longer than others, when you hear they're going to do something with it, they're going to make another show, they're going to make another movie, it's going to be revived, it's going to be rebooted, it's going to be adapted. You hear those words, and once upon a time that used to be a rush of thrill. You're like, oh, right, man, this thing I love, it's going to happen. But now it's, oh, shit, no, leave it alone. Don't touch the things I love anymore, because all Western entertainment does, all Hollywood does is ruin it. Jam-pack it full of agenda. It's very rare that something arrives and remains pure. And we're going to show some examples with our topic today. And what is our topic today? Harry Potter is an iconic franchise. It appeared in the 90s and it took over children's. It was a young adult novel, really. It was really a young adult property, a child's property. But then it grew into something massive. One of the biggest franchises of all time. The movies, love them or hate them, they're the movies. Not completely accurate, not completely on the nose, and at times, in my opinion, very cringe. I'm not an overall fan of the movies. I thought they departed too much from the books, especially when it came to certain key scenes towards the end. That being said, the movies can exist just fine. I've always been in the camp of I would like them to do something more. I would be okay with a reboot, another adaptation. Hell, I'd be happy with it being animated because I like animation. Well, earlier this year, we've talked about this before, HBO Max, now called Max, is doing a Harry Potter reboot. They are going to do 7 seasons, all the books. Okay, that sounds like a good idea to me. But then again, as I've already mentioned, this is Clown World. This is the Darkest Timeline. And I have been on the record before. They have a chance to make Harry Potter one of the strongest, most well-adapted TV series of all time. This could be the biggest thing of all time if they do it right. Now, the producer in charge of it, I guess can we call him the showrunner? I don't know. Says the show will explore the books more deeply. Now, off the top of your head, when you hear something like this, you think, oh, right. That means they're going to get all the proper plot points in. They're not going to leave anything out. The characters are going to be more closely skewed to how they're supposed to be. But are they? Now, we're abounding into comics. It's a long article, and I'm just going to jump to the point of it. They talk a good game. JK's on board. She's happy that we're doing this. She's happy that it's going to be held closer to the books. They're going to maintain her vision of this and that. But then as we go farther into the article, it brings up the point. We're okay with race-swapping characters. We're okay with that. I've always said, and I know I'm going to trigger a few micro-brains out there when I say this, but I'm going to say it anyway, because look at me, I don't care. When you race-swap a character, that is the door through which all wokeism enters. Because the cowards out there don't want to say, oh, you can't make that person black when they were white or a ginger. Ginger side is real. You can't do that. Because if they say that, then they're going to get called Mauritianism. People are afraid to still be called Mauritists. Man, I get called all kinds of horrible names all the time. I don't care anymore. I speak truth, facts, and logic. You can't handle that? Go get triggered. Go cry in a corner with your 10 masks on. I don't care. But people don't want to be called that, so they back off. They say, okay, it's just a race swap. It's all right. It's just a skin color. It doesn't matter. Look how brave and powerful I am that I can accept that you can just change somebody's skin color. But then all things change after that. Over and over again. Look at Wheel of Time. The door through which that happened. That was the first thing they announced. People got shouted down, including myself, for saying that. And look at that abomination at work. So you got that. That is the sort of Damocles hanging over this show. the moment we see the casting, we are going to know if this show is going to be good. Because if you race swap Hermione, if you gender swap somebody, if you race swap everything, if you cast a trans person in a role, you know where this is going. It's going to change this, going to change that, until it becomes something unrecognizable. Don't trust them. But you got to wonder, why do this at all? Why do this? We have a very strong argument now with a current show that is racking up the numbers, the views, the love. We have a very strong argument to say, if you stick as close to the source material as possible with the ideas that the creator intended, you're going to win. What am I talking about? I'm talking about One Piece. I have talked about One Piece a lot. I am a hardcore 20-plus year One Piece veteran fan. I love it to death. I'm obsessed with it at times. It is a fantastic show. And I was on the train of saying the live action, why are we doing this? I don't trust it. Netflix is going to ruin something else. I was on that train, and essentially I was proven wrong. Now, am I in love with One Piece live action? No, I'm not. I think it's a watered-down version of One Piece. It is lacking all the pure magic and charm that the anime and the manga has. And I just started rewatching the anime because I felt like it, thanks to the show in part, and also I have nothing else to watch. I just started watching, and it confirms my beliefs. The anime has a magic and a depth to it that the live action did not. But that doesn't say the live action isn't good. The live action is, for me, a 5 or 6 out of 10. It gets the job done. It sticks to the major points. And you know what? Didn't race swap anybody. But Adam, Usopp's black in it. What the? Luffy's a Brazilian. You're a bigot and a racist. You should be angry because they're basically white in the show. No, they're not. Any One Piece fan of a very long time knows that Oda Sensei modeled the Straw Hat crew after different nationalities in the world. Luffy is Brazilian. Zoro is Japanese. Nami is Swedish, although she has the American accent in this. We'd let that go. Usopp is African. Yes, Usopp is supposed to be black. So why am I going to complain? That's his origin. His real world origin. Sanji's supposed to be French, even though they have him sounding like a South African in the live action. Doesn't matter. Tony Chopper. Tony Chopper. I love that little dude. He's Canadian. Robin is Russian. Frank is American. Brooke is Austrian. And Jinbei is Indian. There it is. And you know what they did in the live action? They brought over actors who looked the part, sounded the part for the most part. They did that. They stayed true to Oda's vision of it. Now, Oda was there. Oda had a hands-on. He know One Piece is his life's work. He is not gonna. He wasn't gonna let them destroy it. I was worried that maybe Netflix would have certain contractual things that would shackle Oda, but no. Oda Sensei managed to keep it on the rails for the most part. Again, I have my criticisms overall, but it still hit the major points. It still kept true to the spirit of the franchise. So when you have something that is a massive success like One Piece right now, that stayed true in all aspects and all the important parts to the franchise, how can you say, if you are behind the Harry Potter reboot on Max, how can you possibly say we can race and gender swap? We might just do that because we're going to just base it on how good an actor or actress they are. Now, apparently Rowling is a little bit behind this, according to old interviews on the Bounding of the Comics article. So there's a lot of concern because this you want to talk people's childhood, 2 generations right now. Harry Potter is a foundational thing for a lot of people. And if you make Hermione black, and I'm just saying because they did that on that stage play for Cursed Child. If you make her black, if you change other things, because they are on the record, we're going to make this more diverse. They have said that. Since they can't do a lot of other things, they are going to try and make it more diverse. That is a red flag. it makes you be worried. I want this show. I want this Harry Potter show to work because I want to see a more book accurate, as close to possible adaptation. I want that. But if you're going to race swap, possibly gender swap things, you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot, because that is not what people want to see. And when you do that, you're breaking from the story as intended, the vision as intended. And if JK signs off in it, well, then she's a hypocrite. She's a hypocrite then. Either way, we will see what happens. I'm hoping for the best, but we will have to wait till the casting announcemements arrive. All right, I'm done. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a like would be very much appreciated. If you are new here, I invite you to subscribe to me right here on YouTube, where I hope to earn your trust and support using facts and logic, because facts and logic do not care about whiny Stan, SJW, and fake fan fifis. Hit the notification button, share my videos if you like what I'm preaching, by all means. Leave a comment. I love to hear from real passionate fans like you. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? That's fine. I'm always up for a good old-fashioned debate. But if you're a Stan, an SJW, a fake fan, I don't care what you think. I will never care what you think, because you're all cowards behind keyboards and you're easily triggered. And that's part of what I like to do. Trigger your dumbass smooth brains. Thank you again for watching. Take it easy. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you'd like to reach out to me, please email me at theranernerd@gmail.com for all channel business purposes. I am on Twitter now, mostly for promotion and sharing of videos. Maybe a little shit stirring here and there. Who knows? @theranernerd. You can also find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can see me on Rumble and Odyssey under the Renaissance Nerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.